If I was to sell my home in Raleigh, North Carolina in 2025, these are the first 10 things I would do. Hello everyone, this is Chris Morton, real estate broker and co-owner of the Morton Bradbury Real Estate Group. And as we said, these are the 10 things we recommend you do if you're planning on selling your Raleigh, North Carolina home in 2025. And in fact, we are seriously contemplating selling our personal home. And so these are the things we are getting going with right this minute to get our home successfully sold. We're going to start with number one, don't just wake up one morning, one Sunday morning, and say, let's sell this house, and then go ahead and put the home on the market for sale later that week. That is the craziest idea ever. I'm a huge, big proponent of prepare. If you've ever been on a Zoom call with me or one of our team agents, you've heard me use my phrase, the Chrisism. The Titanic would have never hit the iceberg if it knew 30 days in advance the iceberg was there. And what that basically means is everything in real estate is very, very easy and simple when you're 30, 40, 60, 90 days out. It gets very, very difficult and very, very problematic when you're not 30, 60, 90 days out. Instead, when you're 30, 60, or 90 minutes out. That's when things get really bad. When you are in the process of selling your home, you need to prepare way in advance to get things going so you can maximize home value as much as you possibly can. Number two step in this process, realize your home is no longer your home. Your home is now a product for sale. Just like you would never go to a used car lot to sell your current car and leave it looking junky and dirty and whatnot. You would go get it cleaned. You would remove all the dirt and trash and whatever you've got in your car so that you would maximize the value of selling that car. Or maybe you're selling it independently on Facebook Marketplace or something, but you get the idea. Home is the same way. For some reason, because people have so much of their life built into their home, they forget that step. That you need to maximize value by making the home look as good as you possibly can. And number one, first step is a mental step. It's not an activity you do, it's something that goes on between your ears. And that is mentally prepare that you no longer own that home. You're simply in the process of marketing that home. And in that regard, you need to be prepared at any time of the day or night to get that home shown. Meaning, if someone wants to see the home at 7 o'clock at night, then unfortunately you need to vamoose and let this showing happen. Because if you don't, that may be your buyer right there that's wanting to pay top dollar. Maybe they're all cash, top dollar, wanting to do the best deal possible for you. And if you would have denied that showing simply because it's inconvenient for you or I'm home now, then you're not going to get the home sold. You're not home anymore. You are living in a product that you plan to sell. And the number three step in this whole process of getting maximized value, that things that I would absolutely do if I was selling my home in 2025, purge. Basically, 50% of everything you have in your home needs to go. It either needs to be thrown out, given away, or put in storage. You need to live a very minimalist looking life, or what feels like minimalist to you, because it's going to allow your home to be seen in its best light. We just went and saw a home yesterday in Wakefield for ourselves, thinking it might work well. The lady that owned the home unfortunately had gigantic furniture, and the home was sort of not quite the square footage we wanted. We thought we wanted a little bit more square footage, and the furniture exacerbated this feeling. It didn't feel cluttered, but just everything was large and there was just too much stuff there. So our recommendation, purge things. If you have large furniture, you want to get them out and make the home look as appealing as you possibly can, because the more appealing your home is, the more money you're going to put in your pocket. The number four step in this process, depersonalize. What this means is if you've got tons of pictures of yourself, you want to remove them from the walls, remove them from the house, simply because people will spend so much time going through your home being nosy and looking at your pictures that they won't get a chance to look at the home that you're trying to sell them. Depersonalize the home. and it will make the process better, because if the home looks like it's your home, those people that come in are not going to imagine that it could be their home. You want to make it look like a model home. We talk about this all the time on the channel here. You want to make it look like a model home, meaning it smells good, looks good, easy to show, all of that sort of thing, and it's not personalized to any particular person. If you've ever been in a new construction model home that's been staged with their furniture, you'll notice there's no pictures of the owner of the home or the builder or the builder's representative that's in that home. There's no pictures of them in this home. There's like these generic pictures or no photos at all. So just remember that. And along those same lines, the other way you want to depersonalize is you don't want dog bowls, cat towers, all of that stuff out, because what if your owner doesn't have a pet? This may be a big issue for people if they don't have pets. They may not want to see that sort of thing. So, although everyone loves Winston, they may not love Winston when he's trying to get his home sold. So, unfortunately, all of Winston's bowls need to go away when Winston is trying to sell Winston's house. The number 5 step in this process, depersonalize paint colors. You may be a huge fan of glow-in-the-dark lime green walls for your primary bedroom. You will probably not get a lot of people interested in buying your home with lime green walls. The other thing that really turns people off is dated wallpapers. Now, I know you may have had the wallpaper up for 10 years, 20 years, whatever, and think it's great. You have to put yourself in the shoes of other people that are thinking of buying your home. You need to neutralize, depersonalize, all of those sort of things. So hire someone to get the wallpaper down. Hire someone to repaint your lime green walls to get the home its maximum value as possible. We have a listing coming up in a couple of months in Bedford in North Raleigh, and it was a lady that bought the home from me. I helped her buy the home back about 8 years ago. She's ready to move on. Her kids that were, I can't believe they were little tiny kids, and now they're all either in college or graduated college. Makes me feel old. But she has really nice, like, decorative paint colors that she hired someone to do all throughout her house. Unfortunately, it may not work well for the general public. So we're having our expert crew that we have on call all the time come in and repaint the entire interior of the house, doll things up, and she's going to be able to maximize her value because this is such a very popular floor plan. If it looks like move-in ready amazing, she's going to get top dollar for this house, and I really recommend you do the same as well. The number 6 step in this process is a major systems inspections. Now what this means is I am a big proponent of someone getting a general inspection prior to put their home on the market. A lot of people don't want to hassle with that, but the second best thing, or possibly the more important thing, is to get major systems inspections. This means your heating and air system, your roof, your foundation, the plumbing, any of those big ticket items that could possibly be caught on an inspection report. Make sure those items are buttoned up. If you have a roof leak or your roof is failing, you probably need to invest the money, or at least prepare to invest the money to get that roof replaced or patched or whatever needs to be done. Same obviously with a heating and air system. If it's intermittent and it goes out here and there, you probably want to know that ahead of time so that you can prepare for an inspector, the buyer's inspector, to catch this. Now, ideally in a perfect world, you're going to get all this work done ahead of time, because that's going to be a huge marketing point for the buyers, for you to be able to say, roof replaced in 2025, heating and air system replaced in 2025. Now, I'm obviously not telling you need to go in the poorhouse to get all of these things done, but if you can get them done, now is the time to get that done before putting your home on the market, because it's going to be that much easier for people to move right in and not have the stress of dealing with major systems repairs that they're going to do in the future, or worse yet, they decide to buy your home, you've depersonalized, you've got Winston's food bowls out of the way and all of that sort of thing. Your home sells quickly and the inspector comes in and finds all these things that are wrong with your home. That's terrible. We don't want that to happen, because likely what could happen, at least, is that the buyer may say, this is too much. Let's just not buy this house. And then you have to disclose to the next buyer all the things wrong with the home. Better to get that information on the front end and either address it now or at least be able to say to the buyer when they come, hey, we know these things are an issue and we're getting them repaired. They will be replaced, repaired prior to closing. That's going to put a buyer's mind at so much ease. Highly recommend you get a major systems inspections of all of the major systems prior to going for sale on the market. The number 7 step in this process, hire an experienced real estate broker. Now I'm jaded. I have been a real estate broker for almost 20 years now. So I know that this sounds like, well, of course I need to hire an agent, but I didn't say hire an agent. I said hire an experienced agent, an experienced real estate broker. These people have sold a lot of houses and they have an expertise in selling listings. They're going to be able to look beyond the corner and tell you some things that could happen that you need to be aware of, all the contingencies out there. And of course, they're going to help you market their home in the best light possible. An experienced agent knows the agents around that sell in your price range in your area. And they're going to reach out to those agents ahead of time and tell them, hey, I've got this home coming on the market. For example, my listing in Bedford, I have a list of about 10 agents that I'm going to call about a month before this home is ready to show and let them know ahead of time that it's coming on the market. That's going to mean my client is going to get maximum value for her home on the front end. And of course, if you don't have an experienced agent on your side here in the Raleigh area, give us a call. We're happy to come out to your home and give you some advice on how to make all these steps happen for you. We'll leave our information below. The next step in this process, step 7, is all about pricing your home properly. You need to be careful on how you do things. And if you do hire an agent, you want to be aware and weary of the seller strokers. This is a phrase I heard long ago from one of my real estate coaches. And it's basically those agents that come in and tell you your $500,000 house, that they can get you $600,000 for the property. They can't, they won't be able to. And of course, you're going to interview 3 or 4 agents. 3 of the agents are going to tell you your house is worth $500,000 or in that range. That one agent's going to tell you it's worth $600,000. You're going to, of course, pick the agent that tells you it's $600,000 because you think he or she knows more. They don't. And before too long, you're going to get on the market with this agent. You're not going to get any showings, and you're going to have to completely continue lowering the price. And inevitably, you're going to end up selling your $500,000 house for about $475,000. So not a really good way of doing it. Bottom line, make sure you not only interview agents and determine that you're getting a legitimate price, but I recommend don't overprice the house. Overpricing a house will scare a buyer away. You may be able to get an aspirational price for your home, but know that if you are going to go that route where you're going to say you have a $500,000 house and you want to price it at $525,000, know that you need to give it about 10 days, 14 days, and then be prepared to lower that price down to $500,000 to attract that pool of buyers that are out there that were afraid to make you an offer. No one is going to make you an offer on your $500,000 house. No one's going to go see that house because they think, we can't afford $525,000. It must be worth $525,000. Obviously, or they wouldn't price it at that. So let's not even bother seeing it. That's the rationale in a buyer's mind. So just know that if you're going to overprice the home initially, you want to be prepared to lower that price very, very quickly. Again, give us a shout. We'll be happy to give you some evaluations and some ideas about how you can price your house based on its current condition, location, all of that sort of thing. The next step in this process, have a contingency plan. And by this, I mean, be prepared if your home doesn't sell or if your home sells too quickly. Lots of times people get going in this process and they don't really think this step through. What would happen if someone came along, you put your home on the market on Thursday, which is our preferred day to put a home on the market, not Mondays. You're wasting time putting it on. You ended up racking up days on market, but that's a story for another day. But you put your home on the market on Thursday, like Chris Morton told you to do. You get an offer Friday afternoon, and they're willing to pay you well above asking price for the trouble of you moving out in a week. What would you do? For a lot of people, they might panic. They might not know what to do. They might turn the offer down, which would be a crazy idea. What if someone gave you $50,000, $100,000 over asking price? I mean, seriously. That's part of this whole process of purging. Is if you've purged stuff out, it's going to be easier for you to move out in that week-long period of time. But just be prepared ahead of time that you can go get temporary housing or live with relatives or whatnot. We have a very, very nice young family that we helped buy a home about 6 years ago. I can't believe it's been that long. Over off of Leesville Road area of Raleigh. We're helping them now buy a new construction home that's going to be ready in August, September. They have a cute little daughter that's like 4 months old. She's cute as a button. But Ryan, the husband, has done a ton of work on the interior of this already nice house, making it look even better. I don't have any doubt that this home isn't going to sell quickly. And so they've already taken the steps, literally 3 or 4 months in advance, to plan to go live with grandma. This will make their life easier if the home sells quickly. And then of course on the flip side, what's it gonna do to your plans if your home doesn't sell at all? You have the greatest agent in the world. Your home looks great, smells great, price great, everything's great about the home, but your home doesn't sell. What is your contingency plan? Is it to remain in the house? Is it to rent the house out? Be thinking about that ahead of time before you even invest time, effort, and energy into getting your home sold. Think about your contingency plans. And of course, one of the biggest steps in this process is filling out a seller net sheet. Your experienced real estate agent is going to help you do that. In North Carolina, this is the law. In other states, it may not be, but it's something you want to be prepared to do. And that's basically a spreadsheet that shows if I sell my house for this price, after all my fees, I get to take home this much. This price, this much, this price, this much. And so why would you need to do that? Well, number one, if you happen to be one of those rare folks that happen to be owing more on your home than your home's worth, you probably need to know that before you put it on the market. If you are looking to hit a certain price target, you're gonna need to know what your floor is. Like if you absolutely have to have $100,000 profit out of the home, and you sell your home for a profit of $95,000, well then you've done something wrong to yourself. So know those numbers going in, and of course your agent should be sharing with you an updated seller net sheet as the time your offers come in, so you'll be able to know which offer is going to net you the most amount of money. This is going to arm you with the knowledge and not shock you with unexpected information that you're not going to be happy with down the road. And by the way, if you are interested and want to see a copy of that, comment down below and we'll be happy to send you out a PDF of a seller net sheet so you'll be able to calculate all the numbers yourself. And of course, we're more than happy to help you calculate those numbers as well. And by the way, just a little side bonus note, if you are interviewing real estate agents to come list your home and they show up at your door with one of these seller net sheets with a price in mind before they even walk in the door, tell them to hit the bricks and go away. Any agent that is not going to do their due diligence of researching your home by walking through your home before they give you a price that your home is worth or their price opinion is not in it for you. You may have done, like Ryan, my client, you may have done a ton of work on your home that's going to greatly impact the value of your home. You may have also not taken very good care of your home, and that's going to impact the value of your home. So any agent that goes off of the old multiple listing service photos of what your home looked like before you owned it is doing you a huge disservice. So just a little pro tip that if someone walks in with a seller net sheet or a price opinion already filled out on your home, you probably need to escort them out the door. So if you're thinking of selling your Raleigh, North Carolina home, or really home anywhere, we're happy to help you out. We have a list of agents all over the country and all over the planet that we work with regularly that can help you get your home sold. Give us a call or text. Our information is below. We'll be happy to help you out. Check out this video. We think you're really going to like this one as well. Like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.